Howdy, I'm Dr. Greg Berger, the hybrid rice breeder for the University of Arkansas. I came on in December, and previous to coming on with the faculty here at the RREC, I worked in cotton breeding and wheat and barley breeding. I've kind of had the question of how this ties into rice breeding, and one of the main factors that ties together is that we're all talking about breeding and genetics, and we're talking about quality. And with quality being a big problem in hybrid rice, we are trying to address this through traditional and marker-assisted breeding. In 2012, we had 8 hybrids that were tested in the Uniform Regional Rice Nursery grown in Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, Missouri, and Arkansas, and the Arkansas Rice Performance Trials grown around the state. In the URN, we had the top or number 2 producing hybrid, as well as other ones ranked throughout the test. Our quality was a little bit below standard, but they're looking favorable, and we've advanced 3 of the hybrids into testing again this year. Additionally, we're testing 9 hybrids in the Arkansas Performance Trials this year and 8 additional hybrids in the URRN this coming year. Plant heights range from around 44 to 49 inches tall, which is comparable with traditional varieties released through the Arkansas trials or breeding programs. And heading dates range from 79 to 95 days, which range within the traditional varieties released through the Arkansas breeding programs to a little bit later. Here you can see that we have 3 plots of our experimental hybrids that we're growing in an observation bay this year. At the RRC during 2013, we're testing 89 new hybrid combinations in an unreplicated yield trial, as well as 30 entries in a replicated yield trial. Our goal is to assess the performance of these experimental hybrids in comparison with known checks, well and Roy J, and known restoring lines that we have developed within the breeding program. Additionally, we have over 7,800 potential breeding and segregating populations planted at the RREC. We will be taking heading notes as well as other notes throughout the season on this material to figure out if it will nick with our sterile lines and be used to produce experimental hybrids in future years. One of the big things that we're addressing this year is trying to figure out a new way to produce test crosses and new experimental hybrids. While we're testing 89 experimental hybrids this year, our goal is to get to where we can test around 1,000 new hybrids per year. So we're trying new small test plot methods where we can produce hybrids in a more efficient and rapid manner. One of the other big things that we are going into is collaborating with different programs within the breeding community here at the University of Arkansas and other universities around the U.S. Working with Dr. Moldenhauer's and Shaw, we are testing their material with our sterile lines and new experimental hybrid combinations. Additionally, we're working closely with LSU on breeding material where we are evaluating some of their sterile lines and some of their breeding populations here at the RREC. We would also like to be a presence in the international community, so we're in talks with Erie to join their Hybrid Rice Development Consortium. The paperwork is currently being processed, and we hope that within the next year we can start working closely with them. Thank you.